Hey everyone, me Kevin Paffrath here. I'm pissed. CNN is blatantly spreading disinformation and lying to Americans about the recall election in California. It is a blunt lie what they are doing. They are lying to people. It is so wrong. I'm so pissed at CNN, and therefore I've hired attorneys to make sure we can fight CNN and fight this kind of garbage. This is not even remote. This isn't even like, oh, I didn't like what they said, or some baby crap. This isn't weenie baby crap. This is serious. I'm gonna show you serious proof that CNN is lying to people and spreading disinformation. This is wrong. This is different from even the complaints I have against Twitter. Twitter, even though I'm leading in polls to replace Governor Gavin Newsom, Twitter won't verify me. It's like all of the left-leaning organizations want to just try to sandbag us. Even though I'm technically part of their party, I'm a JFK-style Democrat, right? Y'all know this. I'm like in the middle. I'm 51-49. But the fringes of the left, oh my gosh, this is so wrong. Okay, ready for this? Watch. First, let me prove to you that I'm not crazy. 538 consolidated these polls. They didn't do this. 538 didn't do these polls. Survey USA and the San Diego Tribune, they did a statewide poll, and they found that I was the leading challenger against Newsom amongst all of them. Look, Caitlyn Jenner, 4%, Kylie, 3%, Faulkner, 5%, Cox, 10%, Elder, 23%, Kevin Paffrath, 27%. That's me, okay? This is the first poll that we had in August. This, which is after my court case where we had to rebrand and we couldn't use Meet Kevin. We wanted to have Meet Kevin Paffrath on the ballot so we could include my nickname because most people know me as Meet Kevin. We weren't allowed to do that. We fought in court. We got a judge basically who pre-decided our case. You can actually see the entire case. There's a link to it on Twitter. If you scroll down to the end of July, you could see the entire court case if you wanted to. So we've had a lot of challenges already. We haven't let that stop us so far. But anyway, this poll has us leading. A second poll came out at a similar time, has us in second place, 1 and 2 with Larry Elder, but beating all of these other names. Look at this. This becomes important. Cox, Faulkner, Kylie, 3%. I beat all three of these people combined. On Wednesday night, I fly to Sacramento to debate Cox, Faulkner, and Kylie. I beat all of them combined in both polls with a margin. Look at this. These three combined is 9%. I beat them by 4%. Over here, 10, 5, that's 15, plus 3, that's 18. I beat them by 9%. Combined, I'm beating those other competitors. This becomes important. Those are the two most recent polls. And they're the two very appropriate ones from August, especially since now we're branding as Kevin Paffrath. Take a look at this. What you need to know about the California recall. Oh, okay, this is interesting. What do I need to know? Talk about how the process works, blah, blah, blah. Who's running to replace Governor Newsom? And so here we have talk about Larry Elder, John Cox, Caitlyn Jenner, Kevin Kiley, Faulkner. I'm literally beating these three people combined in the polls and crushing Caitlyn Jenner as well. Now, the only mention about Democrats here is there are 9 Democrats listed among the replacement candidates, but Newsom and the California Democratic Party are urging opponents of the recall to vote no on the first question and skip the second question. Wait, but where's the leading candidate who's saying, don't skip the second question, don't abdicate your American duty and actually leave a ballot blank? That's stupid. That's Governor Newsom being a selfish loser. That's all it is. It's Newsom being a selfish loser. It is so stupid to leave the second part of the ballot blank. But don't get me started on that, okay? That's just the California Democratic Party gambling with people's lives. It's so wrong. It's messed up. It's almost like secretly they want a Republican because they know they would only have a Republican governor for a year. They know they would sandbag him or her, whatever, whoever wins. They would sandbag him in the legislature because we've got a 72 to 75% majority, super majority of Democrats in the legislature. There's no way they're going to let a Republican governor get anything done before the 2022 election, which is just a year away. So maybe secretly they're like, sure, let people have a taste of Republican again, watch them get nothing done, and then we'll get a Democrat back in 2022. It's super shady, super shady what the California Democratic Party is doing. But wait a minute, where's mention of the fact that there's a leading candidate saying vote yes on recall and don't leave the second ballot blank? This is like just missing information, right? They just totally ignore me. In fact, if you type Paffrath, nothing happens. But this is this is not why I want to sue them. This is just them purposefully ignoring me. But hey, leaving somebody out is wrong, but it's not really like against the law, right? Take a look at this, folks. Posted last night. The key to California Governor Gavin Newsom's fate. Full article here. Take a look at this line, folks. Take a look at this line. Since there are, or better yet, since no Democrats are competing against their own party's governor, the state could end up being run by a Republican. A blatant lie. A blunt, blatant disinformation campaign to discredit all of the effort we've put into this campaign, all of the money we have spent on this campaign. CNN knows we exist. The polls are blatant. The Associated Press covers us. Fox covers us. They know we exist. Shows from CNN have reached out to consider setting up interviews, but then never followed through on the interviews. So they know we exist. They can't pretend we do not exist. But for some reason, they would prefer to spread disinformation and lie. This is a blatant lie, and it's wrong. And hence, I've instructed my attorneys to file a cease and desist letter so we could start the process of suing CNN for the bullcrap disinformation lies they spread. It's wrong. It's blatantly wrong, and it's un-American. And I can't stand by passively allowing this kind of garbage to happen. This is a machine of ugliness and nastiness. It's cancerous. No wonder people hate politics. It's so disgusting. We are the attorneys for Kevin Paffrath, also known as Meet Kevin on YouTube. Mr. Paffrath is a leading poll-leading Democratic candidate to replace Governor Gavin Newsom in the recall election occurring on September 14th. The purpose of this letter is to demand you cease and desist your erroneous reporting, which falsely states that no Democrats are competing against their own party's governor. They should have like a big apology blast because this is so wrong. Your website at CNN contains the false information. Your analysis even links to a 21st CNN article saying there are 9 Democrats listed as their replacement candidates. But Mr. Collinson's analysis seeks to memory hole that truth. Basically make it as if I just don't exist. This is so scummy and slimy and wrong. The fact is, Kevin Paffrath is a moderate, JFK-style Democrat with emergency action plans to finally do what the governor hasn't. End the water crisis, prevent wildfires, and end the nightly horror of homeless individuals dying in California's streets. Mr. Paffrath intends to solve the causes of homelessness, disrepair, in a golden state. We're ranked 40th in schools. That's the bottom 20%. California now has a mental health and crime crisis, and Californians are fleeing the state. Paffrath offers new leadership at a time when it's needed most. And yet, your website pushes disinformation to California voters looking for serious analysis of the recall election. Your editors have already been alerted to this truth gap in your recall reporting because I put them on blast last week about their disinformation. And this could all rise to the level of libel and defamation, if it doesn't already. I think it already does. But anyway, since your company was on notice, you knew or should have known that Mr. Collinson's analysis was false, but your company published it anyway. This demonstrates a reckless disregard for the truth, either a lack of fact-checking or printing a false story in spite of knowing the facts. Not a good look for CNN, but worse is the effect on the outcome of the election. Paffrath is certainly a leading candidate, and so on and so forth. Folks, I'm pissed. CNN is blatantly lying, and I am excited to take them to court. Although, I'll also be up against a lot of Democratic judges. I just hope I can have some remaining faith in this system because this is messed up. If you want to support me, there are a few things you can do. Number one, go to meetkevin.com/donate. Throw a tip in. Help out the cause. Help out the good fight. 40% of our donations come from outside of California because people want to see the fight fought. This is unacceptable to let this kind of garbage slide. meetkevin.com/donate. Tomorrow, write this on your calendar if you don't mind. On August 25th at 4:20 p.m. California time, we want to blast things about our campaign on Twitter with the hashtag #StopTheBullshit with a P. Stop the bullshit. You can go stopthebullshit.com as well. But more importantly, go to meetkevin.com/donate. And folks, spread the word. CNN's not going to help us. We got to fight that fight. But we can make this election happen. we could finally bring transparency and righteousness to government, because that's what we don't have right now. Folks, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.